Good evening, YouTube and people who want to see some XRP price action. Bit later today because I had to work later and I haven't really had access to any of the charts all day, but I've seen a few things pop up on Twitter, so I know roughly what sort of happened. But just to recap my morning snapshot of price, so this was 5 this morning. Obviously price was still bearish. We respected this 200 EMA, pushed down below the trend line at sort of 5:30 this morning. Price was retesting this Fibonacci level down at 166. That's 13 hours ago. And let's just get rid of these annotations as always. They just sort of get in the way after they've been put on. As I mentioned, the EMAs had respected the 200, and when we were retesting this trend line, I did mention about the 15 and the 14 EMA crossing, which could be a sign that price was about to change direction, continue down, as that's what we've been doing recently. Obviously at the 618, price has then really pushed lower, and as you can see at the moment, we're at the 49 cents, almost flat. We did push down past 49 cents to sort of 48 cents and a half, which I've been saying, in my opinion, that this was potentially on the cards for the last week or so. So the biggest question is, now we have broken this zone. Let's just get rid of these fibs, which we need to really take a look at the daily, because the reason I was saying I thought the price was going to push down to the 49 cents is this wick right here. Look, we're pushing right down into this level of structure now. So there is a possibility that it could go lower. I mean, the lowest point on here, I mean, you've got really where these wicks were pushing and candle closes. I mean, the lowest point really is here. So there's a possibility that we could retest, look at 45.5 cents. So 45,500 level, even handle number. Again, as I've sort of been mentioning, that they sort of tend to attract price, and this would really then put XRP down at, you know, those were lows back from April, my birthday, 1st of April. Look at that, all the way back down there. That's when price we could be on the cards. I mean, if this daily candle close is below, if we have a bearish close below these wicks, price could either go down and retest, we could have a quick push up, then retest. I think the question on everyone's minds is, where's the bottom? And it's going to be hard to call the bottom, because we've got to wait for price to do its thing before we can really sort of say, you know, we've got an impulse up, pull back, then go. Just because of what's going on here. I mean, this could be, you know, it's this wick. So we're, see that blue line, that's where the price has been trying to push down. So I think if we look here, let's just do this. So the last 4-hour candle close, let's see where the price actually closed, because that's what's important. We can push down, but if the price doesn't close below the wick, there is a good chance, which again, this is just one of those things that it's an indication, not a certainty, an indication that, so we haven't closed below this bottom just yet. We've still got 2 hours 15 left of this particular candle, which we've tried to push down. And again, looking at the hour, we've had a pull up, bit of a bounce up. Could we go up to the 14 EMA first? But we've, you know, wick's been pushing down. Two things could happen here. We could retest the bottom of the range, so something along the lines of this, push up to this level, which could coincide with the 14 EMA, which then sees price either retest these lows or push all the way down into this lower zone. As I said before, there's nothing to say that price can't break this zone or it will go even lower. Worst case scenario, I guess, for price would be that if we really were to break this zone, the next real level of structure when we're looking, although we've got this high here, that could be one potential zone, but where price has really gravitated to, I would say, is around this level, which, if we were to say the 30 cents level, really, at round numbers. So, obviously there was an interesting interview with Brad Garlinghouse saying that by the end of the year, at least one bank will be using XRP. That will be interesting to see how that plays out, what effect that has on the price. And again, I think it's a good and a bad thing at the moment. What I was saying for the past week did eventually come true, because all I've been doing is following what the price has been telling me, not what the news is, nothing else, just simply what these candles, what these EMAs, what the trend lines, the impulse legs are telling me, and that's where I came up with that idea that we could test 49 cents. And on Twitter, when was it? When was the first one? I think it was the 14th of June. I sort of initially mentioned strong level 55 cents. I know on here we go, 14th of June. What level we had? The 48,981 level. That's because that was the 127. Look, the 1618 at that point with this channel was 47,165. 47,165, which would put us 47,165, which would again put us around the top of this zone. It'll be interesting to see. It's obviously the weekend, so the market's going to be a bit slower. Not really a lot more is going to happen, I don't think. But again, if we respect the bottom of this zone, we could push lower. If price breaks through, I'd like to see a retest again of these lows before that could be potential movement going up. So it's going to be one to watch over the weekend. I think I'll leave a video till Monday just to give price a chance to do what it's going to do. And that's what I've really got to say on the matter. I think I think a lot of people probably thought it wouldn't see these lows, but again, I like to stick to the facts, and for me, the facts are what the candlesticks are doing. I did get refilled on my pound against the yen trades, although I got stopped out this week on the first entry. This impulse leg here, so I put my order at the 146,600 level. So the entry was pretty much spot on, which is always nice to see. And currently, it's a 50 pip stop for a 360 pip target. Price since entering, I think we're getting close to. I mean, it's pushed down nearly 100 pips. Obviously, at the moment we're about 80 pips. Stop still where it is. That's not going to change. I won't move my stop to break even until we're past these lows, just to give price a chance to do what it's going to do. So just a bit of a short one today, but as always, if you like the video, click like, share it with anyone you want to that might take some value away from the information and just what we've been looking at. And again, you can look through my Twitter feed just at these daily. I've been trying to do these each day just so we can see how price, a bit of continuity for you all, and just how price has been progressing. And it's just going to be good to look back at this in a month's time, 6 months' time, a year's time, just to see how price has played out against the price action. If you've got any questions, by all means, you can direct message me, ThinkFX. And again, I'll do a weekend review on Forex pairs on Sunday. But for the meantime, it's nice and sunny here in the UK, so have a nice weekend, enjoy yourselves, and I'll catch up with you all soon.